Are you worried that the person you're dating is playing mind games with you? Do you question if you're overanalyzing things? The fact is that mind games are not easy to recognize because when you're emotionally involved, it's difficult to be objective and see what's really happening. That's why in this video, I'm going to share the most common examples of relationship mind games so you can be absolutely sure, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to handle each one. Don't go anywhere because we're starting right now. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Antonio Borello and I'm a psychologist and a relationship coach. This channel is all about helping you build great relationships so you can grow happy with the people you love. So if you're interested in making your love life the best part of your life, start now by clicking the subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you aren't missing anything. Okay, on to mind games. When I refer to mind games, I'm talking about calculated behaviors that someone uses to manipulate or intimidate or undermine another person's behavior and cause them to question their own perceptions. In intimate relationships, mind games are used by people who have learned to pick up on subtle emotional clues in order to manipulate their partner. And mind games are used by insecure partners who wish to change the direction and experience of a relationship. For example, a person who doesn't feel that they're getting enough attention from their partner, they might engage in some manipulative behavior in hopes of creating doubt or fear or jealousy in the relationship and get the attention back on themselves. Other times, manipulations are used by abusive partners who aim to break down and control their partner. So people play games to get their way or push their partner to prove their love and other unhealthy practices. And mind games are dangerous because they can lead to unhealthy or toxic relationships on the mild end and emotional abuse and control on the extreme end. Not only will you have to break away from this relationship, but it will take getting into a new and healthy relationship much more difficult. So, how do you know if your partner is playing mind games with you? How do you know if you're being played? Well, if you're seeing the following signs, you can be sure that your partner is trying to manipulate you. I've grouped the first ones together and I'm going to tell you exactly how to handle these at the end of the first group. Number one, he's giving you mixed messages. Sending mixed messages is a very common tactic that both men and women use when they're playing mind games or trying to manipulate you in some way. For example, a man might greet you with the biggest hugs and kisses on one date, and the next time you get together, he barely says hello when he arrives. Or one moment he'll be very affectionate and totally paying attention to you, and the next minute he becomes distant. One moment he will be grabbing for your hands while he's walking with you, and another time he's walking one step in front of you. So why do they do this? Well, it creates doubt about his feelings or creates a riddle for you to solve. It makes you question why he's being different and question if you did something wrong. Also, it teases good vibes with confusing vibes, and this again becomes very intriguing. Number two, the never text first game. He seems like a perfect fit for you. You both have a lot of fun hanging out together, and he seems totally interested. Except for one minor little detail that you can't stop stressing about. He never texts you first. So what should you do? Well, this one is challenging. It's hard, especially when you like someone and feel a connection. However, it's vital to make sure that you are both equally pursuing the other. So stop texting him first. If he starts initiating the conversations, that's awesome. You'll know that he's interested. Number three, you're working hard to make him like you, but you're never really sure. Feeling like you're striving to prove yourself worthy to someone constantly is exhausting and impossible to keep up. How can you truly evaluate whether you're compatible with someone when you're constantly trying to find out if they like you? For example, he doesn't give you compliments or tell you that he likes you or enjoys spending time with you. Instead, you're left to try and figure it out based on his behaviors. And when you compliment him or tell him how you're feeling, he just disregards what you've said and changes the subject. When you're dealing with this situation, you can hardly focus on what you're feeling or if you like him because too much of your focus goes into trying to decipher and understand if he's into you or not. Number four, pretending that they don't care. There are so many people, both men and women, who have this tendency to go after the ones who don't seem to care. We love that nonchalant and aloof attitude. It's the classic bad boy scenario. In addition to creating a chase, aloofness creates mystery. Aloofness makes you wonder, just who is this guy? And bad boys love playing this game. They act like you don't matter and hope that you will take it as a personal challenge to change his feelings and behavior. Now, these first 4 mind games are motivated by insecurity and your partner wanting to feel better about some aspect of the relationship. He wants to know how much you care or to find out how you feel about him. And obviously, all of this comes from a low self-esteem and his unawareness of how he's hurting the relationship. So, you should confront him directly and ask what exactly his motives are in your relationship. Maybe these games are motivated by his desire to feel better about some aspect of your relationship, or he wants to know how much you care. In this case, having a heart-to-heart with him may help him to fully understand the behavior and why it's happening. See, you have a choice in this. You can choose to confront this guy and ask him what he's really feeling, and be prepared for him to become angry and defensive because no one likes to be found out. Remember, he might not even fully understand why he's doing what he's doing either. Or you can take his indifference as a clue that he's not truly interested in you, and then you can move on. You don't have to be a victim of another person's lack of consideration for others. So this conversation will either challenge him to stop the games with you and attempt to be real, or move on to someone else. Now, the second set of mind games have a much more sinister motivation behind them. So keep watching, because these are the mind games that people use to selfishly manipulate you. These are the games that are used to gain power or control and get what they want from you. Number 5, he negs you. When a person negs you, they give you an exceedingly backhanded compliment, or they insult you so that you feel the need to prove your worth to him. For example, he'll compliment your outfit but say something like, "Wow, your outfit's cute, but why those boots?" Or, "You look so pretty, but you'd look even better if you lost 10 pounds. When a man negs you, he's really saying, "I need you to feel insecure, but I want to do it in such a way that you question your right to feeling that way." It's part of trying to destabilize a person and have them question themselves. If your partner gives you these backhanded compliments, you'll know exactly what they are doing. Remember, you don't need to prove your worth to someone who negs you. Number 6, the "I have so many options, but I choose you" game. As an example, the person you're dating is constantly telling you about other opportunities they have with other women. They insist that other people are trying to get close to them or trying to date them. And then they use this as a backhanded compliment to you, as in, "Look, this amazing person is interested in dating me, and I have so many opportunities. You should consider yourself lucky because I choose you over them." Number 7, the silent treatment game. The silent treatment mind game is really a form of emotional abuse that's designed to place the abuser in a position of control and to silence your attempts at assertion and to avoid conflict resolution and personal responsibility and compromise, or to punish you for your feelings. Often, the result of the silent treatment is exactly what the game player wishes to create: a reaction from you and a sense of control. The silent treatment works when you frequently reach out to your partner via email or phone or text message to resolve the greatly inflated misunderstandings. And then your efforts are met with continued disdain and contempt and silence. Essentially, the game player's message is one of extreme disapproval to the degree that the silence renders you feeling so insignificant and even non-existent. So, more than a mind game, the silent treatment is emotional abuse. Number 8, the jealousy game. Intentionally making your partner feel jealous is a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it can cause your partner to become upset and angry. Yet, on the other hand, it can reflect love, because if we feel jealous about someone, then we must love them. If we are indifferent about our partner's activity, then we are expressing that we really don't care that much about them. So game players will try to make you feel jealous by flirting with someone and hoping that you notice, or maybe he'll purposely not respond to your text messages or calls when he's out with his friends at night, or maybe he's really ambiguous about his plans for the weekend simply to make you wonder and feel jealous. But regardless of their tactic, Inducing jealousy is a manipulative game of testing the relationship to gain self-confidence or feelings of power. The bottom line is that if you think you're seeing examples of mind games in your relationship, you probably are. And that means that you're off to a bad start. Playing mind games and manipulative behavior is a huge red flag. It should not and does not have to be that way. New relationships should be exciting and passionate and easy. And when you really like someone, you want them to know how valuable and important the relationship is. And you want to know that your feelings are being reciprocated. So you treat them with as much affection and consideration as you can. And that is exactly how you should be treated in return. Don't settle for anything less. Remember, if you're busy waiting and wondering and worrying about this toxic relationship, you just might miss the opportunity to meet the right one. Successful relationships require both partners to say what they feel and mean what they say. If someone is inconsistent with you or playing mind games to manipulate you, well, congratulate them on winning their game and manipulating you right out of their life. And when you're free from them, you'll be ready for an amazing relationship like the ones I talk about in this video. Click here to check out the signs that you may have met the one. Or click here to check out the video that YouTube thinks that you'll like. I'll see you in that video.